Right now, we're just gonna give like a general idea how to play Miss Fortune. It is gonna be against bots, so playing against players is gonna be a completely different feel for sure. Okay. Alright guys, this is Star Wars Mike 93. So right now I'm just gonna be playing League of Legends. And this is gonna be like a tutorial on how to play Miss Fortune. I know times are different because ADCs, what you build on ADCs now is different than back then. So we're gonna go with an old school build for Miss Fortune. Just call it Lions. Okay. So for Miss Fortune, I always start with her W first, just because when you're non-combat and within 4 seconds, you get more mobility, so your movement speed is faster. So for so for basic ADCs, you always want to go with Dorian's Blade for the lifesteal, the attack damage, a little bit of health, and one health potion. You see how fast I'm moving? Because right now I'm not in combat right now, so she has a really good movement speed. And for ADCs, what I typically do is I will like to ward either this bush or this bush or that bush. So for here, to start as an ADC, I'm going to ward here. ADC stands for attack damage carry. So when you're ADC, you always go to bot lane, and usually will have another player with you, and that player is your support. So your support's going to help you with CSing, which is killing minions, or helping you get kills. And then you always want to make sure the minions take the charge every time. Every time Misfortune hits a champion or a monster for the first time, it deals bonus damage. See? See what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the minions. Whoever has the lowest health, I will hit. See, I didn't last hit it, so it didn't work. So you always want to hit the minion. So boom, because you want to get as much CS as you can. The more CS you get, the more gold you get, and then you can start outgolding your opponent. See, I'm not last hitting. That I did. I go with their E first, or I go with their E second, is because you can slow down waves, and whoever enters will get slowed down and take a little bit of damage. Boom, last hitting. And you never want to stay one place. You always want to like always keep moving. And the goal is when you're ADC, you wanted to destroy the first tower on bot lane as soon as possible. Because if you destroy it as soon as possible, then you can roam, meaning that you can start going to other lanes and helping your other teammates out if they need it. So right now I'm just last hitting her Q. Look, so that's what her Q does. You can target the whoever's one, but if there's someone behind, that person will also get hit as well. So you always want to Q, knowing that there's someone behind the champion or behind the minion. And then when you pop her W, she gets a quick movement attack speed for a short time. See, I'm supposed to be fighting Silver because Silver is supposed to be going bot lane. And see, and you want to try to get more gold because the more gold you get, the more items you can get as well. So that's what pretty much you're doing in bot lane. You and your support, you're pretty much going to try to win your lane as soon as possible. And then you want to make sure your CS, you always want to make sure your CS is always higher than your opponent. So I'm gonna go against an ADC right now, which is 7 right now. So I'm gonna go mid lane. And if you hit the control or if you want to change the windows, so you go here, you press the escape key, you go to video, and it says window mode. That's where you go to windowed, full screen, or borderless. That's how you go to that option of how to change the windows. So I'm gonna fight Silver. See, she's ahead of me by 1 level. You always don't want to go too hard because if you do that, sometimes you'll have like the enemy jungler that'll be hiding in these bushes, and if you push up, that jungler will attack you, so you'll be fighting 2 instead of 1. So that's why you always gotta be careful. And see? And when anytime a person uses their summoning spells like flash, oh I didn't get pick up flash, whoops. Then they have to wait on a cooldown. So if that person, if that player makes a mistake, he can't get out of that situation, so he's gonna die. So that's what you always do. You always want to bait them out of their flash. So you don't always have to be aggressive. You're only aggressive if you know you can um beat your opponent easy. If you know you can beat your opponent, then go be aggressive. But if your opponent's kind of a challenge, then I say just focus on farming these minions and wait for your jungler or your support to help you set up the kills. See, right now I'm bullying out Silver right now. See, she doesn't have flash, and she popped her ult, so she got out of that situation. So anytime you're doing well and you force your enemy team to recall, then I would say recall and buy more items. So like here, I'm gonna go with this build, and I'm gonna buy some more attack speed so I can hit faster. And then here, I'll show you what her ult does right now. You could always use her ult to clear waves of minions, or you could oh, she got out again. So you can use her ult to clear out waves of minions, or if placed right, you can use that for team fights. And then if you do it unexpectedly, then you're either gonna get kills or you're gonna help get the ace, meaning that you killed all the entire enemy team. So her ult, which is her R, can be used to clear minions or turn the tides in team fights. And you just have to practice placing it well. And you never want to take tower hits either. And pump. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat Silver right now. So what I'm building is like an old school ADC build because nowadays ADCs are kind of building like the assassin route, which it works, but it totally works. But I'm trying not to go that route. I'm trying to stick with the old school way. See how her E slows her and takes a little bit of damage? That's what you want to do. You want to time it. And don't do it where they're at. Do it where they're going to be at? Watch. See I'll pop her ult right now? Boom, look. I cleared the wave right away, so I'm able to push out my lane faster. Oh, damn, I was hoping that she'd be dumb. to like try to fight it. And then you always want to make sure you're always warding because you never want the enemy jungler to catch you off guard because the wards will let you know if they're nearby or enemy teams are nearby. So Miss Fortune, I'll kind of go with her blue route. I popped her W to increase my attack speed. So I'm trying to get this next plating right now. Boom. And then we'll do this, slow down the minions, and do a little damage, and a recall.
You've got dangerous eyes. I like that.
I so far I haven't even been able to kill her yet, sadly.
I know what I'm doing.
Oh, wait. No.
Step two.
I should have exhausted her sooner, so that's my mistake. If I would have exhausted her sooner or waited for my ult, then it would have been easy kill. So you always want to make sure you're in the habit of last hitting. When the minion gets really close to death, then you hit it.
Partner.
Like right now. Boom. Last hitting. For any laner, top lane, mid lane, or ADC, always make sure you're last hitting.
Don't get cocky.
Because if you don't, you get behind on gold. And you're trying not to give your opponent as much advantage as possible, you know? See? Boom. I exhausted, popped my E, then ulted. And I knew because she popped her ult earlier, so I knew that she wasn't gonna escape this time. And you always want to max out her W first. I like to max out her W just so I can have more movement speed. So I can get out of situations better.
Set sail.
And see what server's at. So see server build her boots though, but I finished my first damage item, so I should be able to hurt her more. I go with this item because attacks grant some mana you get some mana back for hits. And that's what I need for her because she does go cause I do spam her abilities a little bit. So I do that's why I go for it, just so I can spam them a little bit more. So I want to harass Sever as much as possible. See? Boom. Because she was behind that minion, so that's why she took that damage. And that's why she's gonna be dead, right? Oh, are you serious? There. Clear the wave, let's push it out. So that's all you're pretty much doing. Usually ADCs don't go mid lane. I'm only going there just to fight the other ADC, you know?
Not a problem.
No, I'm gonna recall because there's only gonna be a fighter. And see how I'm out of combat? Because I'm out of combat? Boom. I get more movement speed so I can get out of situations faster. And like I said, players play a lot different than bots, so don't be like thinking that, oh, I beat these bots and I can take on a player. No. So I would suggest practicing with bots just enough that you can line your combos and know it then, and then once you got the hang of it, then go to PvP. And to be able to win as a bot laner, make sure that you and your AD, you and your support are in sync. If you guys are in sync, then you guys will win your lane. But if you're not in sync, then you're gonna have some problems. Oh my god, she got away again. See, that's what I hate about Silver because she can't get herself out of the situation. It gets annoying.
Don't get cocky.
I should just wait for my ult and then just hit her with it. But it's fine because I got a tower. So since I got a tower, I'm gonna push this out. There's sometimes where if you get the tower, sometimes it's better to just back away and recall and just buy another item. Because if you try to get another tower right away, you might get jumped by the whole enemy team. So it's just better to after you get the first tower or objective, just recall and buy some new items. And let's see if I can kill her one more time before I end this video or this recording. So pretty much that's how you play Miss Fortune. She's not too bad, so that's a good thing. If you're new to her, start with her W first, then E, then Q. Because her E is like a slow and deals some damage, as you see here with Sever right now. See, we're not going to bully her yet, because I know she's going to back up. Now we're going to bully her. And we force her to pop her ult and everything, so the next time I fight her, she's not going to be able to have anything. I'm going to kill her on the spot. I was really hoping I was going to kill her, but... Oh, wait, hold up. And that's her problem. And sometimes you'll have players that will try to kill you under your own tower. And they either succeed, or you can outplay them, and you can still get to kill them there too. At least we got that kill that I wanted. And every time you die, the recall time is longer too. So we can say that I won this lane. Actually, we'll push a little bit more. If you're playing League of Legends, if you're playing with randoms, you're gonna have to communicate on chat or through commands. But if you find like people to play with and you get a team of 5, then you guys have to make sure you guys are constantly communicating. And if you don't communicate, you guys are not gonna win your games. And then, but oh, see, I messed up my. Oh no, no. See, I messed that up. If I would have aimed it a little bit better, it would have been a death. Dang, I was hoping that it would be range. It's all good. I haven't played this game in a while too, so I'm gonna have to brush up on this too. Because back from seasons 3 through 5, I did play like an aggressive ADC player. Because of TSM War Turtle. No. If I would have had my ult, I probably would have had her.
Nothing but powder monkeys.
And then anytime you get the enemy team's base tower and an inhibitor, so that means you're gonna be spawning
Don't
a tougher minion, and that means that enemy team's gonna have to stay in base a bit longer to make sure that those minions don't keep pushing. And that's the idea. You just want to make sure that's how you want to do. Get to the enemy's base, destroy as much towers and inhibs in there possible. And once you do that, then go for the objectives like go for dragon, barons, and all that, and boom, you'll win the game that way. So that's an idea how to play Miss Fortune. She's like simple. You just have to practice her. This is Star Wars Mike. Hopefully you guys found this useful. Peace out, everyone.